This is Radio Nepal. I'm Kaushal Khemire with the news. The headlines first. Impeachment Motion Recommendation Committee questions suspended Chief Justice Jolendra Samser Jabara. Meeting of ruling coalition failed to forge consensus on seat sharing for upcoming elections. Meeting called for today as well. Legislation Management Committee endorses citizenship bill. And European Union foreign ministers agreed to suspend visa agreement with Russia, making it harder for Russian citizens to obtain entry to the bloc. Now the news in detail. The five-party ruling coalition has again failed to agree on the sharing of seats for upcoming House of Representatives and provincial assembly elections to be held on November 20. The meeting of the senior leaders of the coalition held at the Prime Minister's residence, Balwatar, yesterday held intensive discussions on the matter, but it ended inconclusively. Although there were serious discussions about the distribution of seats in the meeting of the top leaders of the alliance, no conclusion could be reached, according to the secretary of the Rashtriya Jana Morcha Party, Himlal Puri. He also shared that the meeting would resume again at 11 a.m. today. Regular discussions are being held in the meetings with top leaders to reach an agreement on the matter of seat allocation. The Impeachment Motion Recommendation Committee formed by the Parliament has started taking statement of suspended Chief Justice Jolendra Samser Jabara. In the meeting held at the Federal Parliament Secretariat yesterday, suspended Chief Justice Rana claimed that the impeachment motion filed against him had already become invalid. He added that he appeared at the meeting just for respecting the Parliament. Committee member and Nepali Congress's whip, Min Vishwakarma, said the suspended Chief Justice gave statements crossing the constitutional boundaries. The Impeachment Motion Recommendation Committee has raised 43 questions, while Nepal Bar Association has raised 21 queries against him. Seeking a share in the cabinet and professional incompetency are among the charges Rana faces in the impeachment. The committee meeting on the 24th of August had decided to summon Rana yesterday for the interrogation. The recording of his statement will continue today as well. The Legislation Management Committee of the National Assembly has passed the Citizenship Bill 2022 with a majority. The committee endorsed the bill in its original form after holding deliberation in yesterday's meeting. The bill was returned by President Bidyadevi Bhandari with a message for reconsideration. Committee President Naren Datta Mishra presented the bill for the final discussion on it. However, main opposition party CPN-UML's lawmakers and some lawmakers from other parties expressed their different views on the bill. Taking part in the deliberation on the citizenship bill, majority of the lawmakers viewed that the bill should get final shape at the earliest to ensure citizenship to every citizen of Nepal. CPN-UML lawmakers demanded that some provisions in the bill should be amended. Responding to the queries of the lawmakers, Home Minister Balkrishna Khand stated that the citizenship bill could not be forwarded for revision, citing lack of time. President Bidyadevi Bhandari has held discussions with CPN Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpakamal Dal Prachanda and other leaders regarding the citizenship bill. In the discussion held at the President's office in Sital Niwas yesterday, Maoist Centre Chair Prachanda expressed his concern over the politicization of the citizenship bill that was introduced to amend Nepal Citizenship Act. The Maoist Centre Chairman also clarified that the citizenship bill was brought to end situation of statelessness for some Nepalese. The Maoist Centre Chair is said to have told the President that the bill was brought as per the provision of ordinance presented by the then Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and issued by the President herself. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. Time for a short break now.
हजुर दर्शन
भाग्यमानी बाबु राम्ररी आइपुग्नु भयो नि
हजुर राम्ररी पुगे उ चाहिँ मेरो कलेजको बेस्ट फ्रेन्ड
नमस्ते भाउजू
नमस्ते आउनु न भित्रै
हुन्छ भाउजू
अनि दादा त अफिस गइसक्नु भयो होला है
उहाँ त बिहानै हो हुन्छ तपाईहरु फ्रेश हुँदै गर्नु न म खाना तयार गर्दै गर्छु है
हस् हस् भाउजू
ओइ वाइफाई होला नि पासवर्ड माग्न
हे त पनि एनटीसी को सस्तो डे प्याक छदैछ नि
ए हो र
एनटीसी को डे प्याक लिन *1415# डायल गर्न
Nepal Telecom, राष्ट्रको संचार.
You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. On to more news now. Chief of Army Staff of India, General Manoj Pandey, is arriving Nepal on a 5-day visit beginning from September 4th. According to the Nepal Army, the Indian Army Chief is arriving at the official invitation of Chief of Army Staff Prabhu Ram Sharma, leading a 5-member delegation. During the 5-day visit to Nepal, General Pandey will hold bilateral talks with Chief of Army Staff Sharma and will attend a program to hand over assistance on behalf of the Indian Army to the Nepal Army. Likewise, President Bidyadevi Bhandari will confer the honorary title of the Nepal Army's Chief of Army Staff General to the Indian Army Chief Pandey amid a special ceremony. According to the Directorate of Nepal Army, during the visit, the Indian Army Chief will also hold an official meeting with Prime Minister Sherpadu Dewa. Parliament's Finance Committee President Krishna Prasad Dahal has stressed the need for an effective anti-money laundering literacy campaign in the country. Addressing a discussion program on money laundering control organized by the committee in Kathmandu yesterday, Committee President Dahal said there should be a strong will in the political leadership for maintaining fiscal discipline and good governance. Committee President Dahal urged the Department of Money Laundering Investigation to expand anti-money laundering literacy among the general public. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. Now, some international updates. European Union's foreign ministers have agreed to suspend a visa agreement with Russia, making it harder for Russian citizens to obtain entry to the bloc. Ukraine and some member states had called for a blanket ban, but others, like France and Germany, were opposed to such a move. More than 1 million Russian citizens have travelled to the European Union since the invasion of Ukraine in February. Several Eastern European Union countries which border Russia are expected to impose further restrictions. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Alexander Glusko said the European Union was shooting itself in the foot and the move would not go unanswered. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba criticized the decision as a half measure. Now the general weather forecast for the country for today. According to the Meteorological Forecasting Division, the weather will be partly to generally cloudy in Karnali Province and Sudar Paschim Province and partly to generally cloudy in the rest of the country. Light to moderate rain with thunder and lightning is likely to occur at some places of Province Number 1, Madhya Province, Bagmati Province, Gandaki Province, and Lumbini, and at a few places in the rest of the country. There are also chances of heavy rainfall at 1 or 2 places of Province Number 1, Bagmati Province, and Gandaki Province. With this, we have almost come to the end of this news bulletin, but before wrapping up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once again. Impeachment Motion Recommendation Committee questions suspended Chief Justice Jolendra Samser Jabara. Meeting of ruling coalition fails to forge consensus on seat sharing for upcoming elections. Meeting called for today as well. Legislation Management Committee endorses citizenship bill. And European Union foreign ministers agreed to suspend visa agreement with Russia, making it harder for Russian citizens to obtain entry to the bloc. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. Our next bulletin in English will be at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website, www.onlineradionepal.gov.np. Also, do check our English news site at www.onlineradionepal.gov.np/English. Keep listening to Radio Nepal and have a good day.